What up, it's your boy T-Bird here with the reaction. We all been anticipating what's the next Mortal Kombat going to be like, which Mortal Kombat 11. A lot of anticipation going on with a lot of people. Let me take this off for a second so I can look there. A lot of anticipation having with the Mortal Kombat series for the next one. One is going to leave off from the last ending of the story mode when Raiden consumed the evil power. I'm just going by what saying. I don't know the exact word for it though. And where he tossed the head of Shinnok to the evil version, the zombie vibe version of Kung Katana and Liu Kang. I figure they're gonna stuff like that where he might actually become the main antagonist of the next one. And Sub-Zero and Scorpion with their new bond becomes the top, along with Johnny Cage, and Sonya becomes and the new kids and whatever become the top guys to return and take him down. And they're going to make some other ones that wasn't on this one too. I got some that was zombie before and got returned. But we'll see. Let's see how this video I got from My Kombat or MIK, whatever, called Return Roster Journey to Mortal Kombat 11. So this is the first video in a series of video for the next Mortal Kombat game, where I guess what will be included in the next game. So you already subscribed them already. I don't know how, but hey. Well, let's check it out. Without further ado, let's see what the future of Mortal Kombat is. Let's get the double vision going on right here. Alright, let me just a second. Alright, cool. Alright, let's do this.
With NetherRealm only having one more DLC fighter to release in Injustice 2 as of making this video, it is certain that in 2018 there will be a reveal trailer for their next fighting game, which is of course my favorite game franchise of all time, Mortal Kombat, and it's the first game in the series.
Oh, here with the delay again. Sorry every time I'm delay.
And in anticipation for the game being revealed in 2018 and then being released in 2019, I'm going to be talking about things that I personally would or wouldn't like to see in the game, whether it be characters, game mechanics, story aspects, and so on. I like where it's going. Will be on a different topic in a series that I would like to call Journey to Mortal Kombat 11. So this being the first video in the series, let's talk about probably one of the most important aspects in any fighting game, the roster itself. So we will talk about all the characters that should be in the game's main roster that returned from the previous two Mortal Kombat games, MK9 and MKX, as long as they are alive in the canon. I am not going to go into too much detail for all the characters, but some will need some explaining. So let's get started. Scorpion and Sub-Zero, of course they are staples, so you need them in a Mortal Kombat game.
And they're right.
Katana, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Kenshi, Reptile, Devora, Raicho, Triborg, Tremor,
but hold up, Devora got killed.
Takeda, Aaron Black, Kun Jin, Sindel,
yes.
Cage, or Sonya Blade. The reason I say or is because of this next person, Cassie Cage. Now to me, in MKX, Cassie felt too much like her mom and dad in many ways, so she never really felt unique to me. I mean, she had a shadow kick and brawler variations just like Johnny. But if they would have taken out Johnny or Sonya or given Cassie Cage her own unique variations, then she would have felt more unique. So maybe take out Johnny or Sonya Blade or give Cassie Cage...
Take out Sonya, don't take out Johnny Cage out.
And then that will be 100% better in my opinion. Jacqueline Briggs. Just another quick note, she was in a way too much like her dad with the metal arm gauntlets. And in several of the arcade modes, it is shown that Jax dies. So maybe have her in the game and not her dad, Ermac. Or maybe even Shang Tsung. Why maybe? Well, let's go back to MK9 for a quick example. Because in one of MK9's arcade endings, we see that Smoke turns into an Enra. Then in the first chapter of MKX's story mode, Smoke even announces himself as an Enra, which goes to show that some of the arcade mode endings are canon. And at the end of Ermac's ladder in MKX, it is shown that Shang Tsung is taking the souls out of Ermac to bring himself back to life. So there is a possibility that Shang Tsung could come back in the next MK game. Without him, we wouldn't have a sorcerer unless NetherRealm creates a completely new character that's the new sorcerer. Shiva or Goro? We didn't see Shiva die anywhere in MK9, and I believe she is still alive in the comics, so it would be nice to see her return. And Goro was a pre-order character in MKX, so it would be nice to see him on the main roster without having to be a DLC character. But I would only like one Shokan, not two. Noob Saibot. Again, we never saw him die in the Tornado. Rain, because I would love to see him in the main roster of a game. He was DLC in MK9, then was pushed to a background character in MKX, with his full moveset and everything. He should have been a surprise unlockable character in the crypt along with Baraka and Sindel. Scarlet. Again, she was a DLC character, and in the comics, she never died on screen, page, whichever, and was taken prisoner by Melina after losing her legs. So there might be a slight chance she is still alive, maybe. And lastly, Jade. I think her MK9 ladder is canon as well. After defeating Shao Kahn...
No, sorry, Devon not dead. She killed Melina though. Let's talk about that.
That's it. She did make an appearance in MKX at the end of Katana's ladder ending, but outside of that, she is a ghost. I'd love to see her return, even if she was possessed by this mysterious woman in the next MK game, and maybe even given a split personality when fighting, just like Enchantress in the Injustice 2 game. And those are the returning playable characters that I would like to see in MK11 that carry over from the previous two games that are still alive, or might be still alive. Did I miss any that are not guest characters? We will get to those later. Please tell me what characters you would like to see.
That's what's good though. So he started with the returning rosters from the last two games. That's different. Alright, so that's understandable. They're good picks though, you know. Like his explaining why he chose on certain ones though. So he told him not to be Jax, but he wanted his daughter in, which is awesome because I like his daughter fighting style more than Jax though. He said either was on Johnny Cage or Sonya. Keep Johnny Cage in, no, for real. Sonya cool, but I like Johnny Cage way better than Sonya. Keep her in there. Who else? As for the Shadowcons, just Shiva, just because she hasn't been in the game in a while, but yeah, all that, but yeah, definitely brand new sideball. What about Smoke though? Like, don't leave out Smoke and Shang Tsung with Ermac. That's a tough one right there. But over that, he got some good ideas for the next roster, returning roster though. So, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Rich signing off. One love.